Peace and blessings, beloved. Welcome back to the Abundantly Ever After show, hosted by yours truly. I'm Jovhannah Tisdale, a spiritual healer, massage therapist, coach, doer of many things. And I created this show to not only share my journey, but just to inspire others to live abundantly ever after whatever pain and trauma you may have faced. I'm really excited. There have been a lot of beautiful shifts and changes in my life. I also got a really awesome podcast set up, a new microphone. So I am moving things around on my desk, still trying to figure out how to connect everything, but I'm very excited to have upgraded my stuff. So I still have my portable microphone that I can use when I'm recording on my phone, which is what I prefer because I have this amazing audio software that just does beautifully, especially when I am on the go. So today's conversation is about expansion, but also self-sabotage. So one of the things that I have noticed is that whenever I get very clear on something, things tend to happen to create a little resistance in my field. Especially recently, I've noticed this. So, for example, you can probably hear I am just a tad bit stuffy. A few hours ago, your girl was fine. I have been wanting to do some sort of 21-day journey to create shifts in my life. So I began working on that and have decided that yes, this is going to be a thing. This is what I'm going to do. And I was going to record and just film the process to kind of share the journey with you. And now all of a sudden I'm feeling a little stuffy, a little nose runny. And I'm like, what? Last month, I had set my mind out to work on the planner, to create the planner, had broken it down project manager style to know exactly what to do when. And then I wound up getting sick, which threw me all the way off schedule and all the things. So I'm like, okay, I see what is happening, whether it is internal resistance or whether it is external. Honestly, it doesn't matter. But what does matter is that I do what I say. I do what I intend in order to see the growth and change. So I've made the promise to myself that even if I don't feel well, I am going to go through with this 21-day experience, because if I don't know who I will become. I don't know what these experiences, how they will change me. And so I started working on this. It's something that I'm going to do for myself, but I also see the value in being able to lead others through this process. So I've kind of just created something to where I can document it and just have a bit of structure around it while still allowing for flow, because flow is my word of the month. And I like that. I like having loose structure that feels good to me right now. And I'm going to go with that. So I'm calling this 21 days of expansion. And the purpose of this is so that you can quantum leap into the next best version of yourself, to break up with bad habits, as well as limitations within yourself. And so I'm making this super simple. The only thing that I'll need is myself, my journal, my calendar, or to-do list tracker thingy, and any resources that I might want to use for the body movement thing. So the way that this works is each day, it's about holistic self-care. That means mind, body, soul, and money. And the reason why I set it up like this is because there are different practices and things that I used to do for myself, especially since before, having Savvy, when I had more time to myself for myself, and just life has taken over. And then I got out of the practice of, I used to do morning and evening yoga and meditation. And those are things that my body, my mind, and my soul are truly, truly craving. So this is about me reigniting self-discipline, as well as giving my body what it desires. And the thing about this is that there will be resistance. And that's okay, because it's natural And whenever we are seeking to change something, it's always us against us. So it's you versus the old you. It's the new you that wants to emerge versus the old you. It is your current habits fighting to stay fixated, and you're fighting to create new habits. It is not easy. And I think the more that we are just honest and say that it's not easy, it gives you a little more space for grace, for patience, and understanding within yourself. So because I know that it's going to be me against me, the me that wants to lay in bed because it's still warm and soft there and I'm in my dream state and I can just get 5 more minutes, is going to be that me versus the me that gets up and gets on her yoga mat and moves her body. I know that this version of me exists. I know that this version of me wants to come forward. It's just that I've been keeping myself stuck because of bad habits, right? So one of the things that I'm doing is leaning on my tools and resources that will be able to support me through any excuses like, oh, I'm so tired, I just need 5 more minutes, or self-sabotage, like knowing I should do this, but choosing to scroll on my phone instead, or whatever else that prevents me from really being who I desire to be. And, I gave myself, so my birthday was a week, almost 2 weeks ago. And I decided I did some self exploration and thought about, where is my life full? Where can it be fuller? Who am I? Who do I desire to be? So I'm thinking all these grandiose things and decided like, I need a reboot. I need a reset. And so that's what this is. 21 days of expansion is about expanding me on all levels. And it can be about expanding you as well. So if it feels like too much to take on different activities, you can pick one thing. Maybe it's meditation and you decide, okay, I want to meditate 15 minutes a day. Or maybe if you're just starting out, you just want to stick to 5 minutes a day. You can pick one thing and stick with it. I like to habit stack, and I know that most of these activities will be things that I do in the morning when I wake up, as well as things that I do before I go to bed. So for me, if I just have like, boom, these are all the things that I want to do, that helps me because I know I can just carve out an extra 2 hours in the morning, take 2 hours before bed, and get all the things done. And so, like within each of us, there is something deeper. There's this aspect, this divine goddess energy aspect of you that wants to emerge. And we can give ourselves the space to do that, to put down who we used to be, who we are, in exchange for who we desire to be at our core. And so the beautiful thing, the way that I've put this together is I am choosing to integrate things that I desire that will help me become the version I see of myself. And so you can do the same thing as well. So the thing is too, like I said, it will be a challenge. So if you miss a day, you pick up the next day. If you miss some more days, you just pick up the next day. You take it one day at a time and you just keep trying until next thing you know, boom, you've done the 21 days. Who cares how long it took? You have now created that habitual habit, that habitual pattern, and you get to learn from the missteps. So if you're like, dang, okay, I see the day that I missed is because I stayed up late and I didn't have the time, so I was rushing in the morning. Or, okay, wow, like I really got on TikTok and don't know what happened to the rest of the day. Now you know what your obstacles, what challenges that you have to overcome. So maybe it means you take TikTok off of your phone, or maybe it means you keep your phone in a separate room so that when you wake up first thing in the morning, you're not scrolling. That might mean going to bed earlier so that you can wake up in the morning feeling good, feeling refreshed. So you do not have to rush through your morning. You get to start your morning easily and intentionally, because that's so important. We can release shame around missing a day. Because if you use it as research on yourself and see, okay, I skipped this activity, and then ask yourself, well, why did I skip it? And just keep asking why and keep digging into it and keep digging into it. You can unearth the subconscious root of that. So it's not about beating yourself up. It's paying attention to the ways that you're judging yourself, to the ways that you're shaming yourself, to the self-talk that is going on. Because you're probably going to shit talk yourself. Like, who do you think you are sitting here trying to meditate when you know you got to go to work? You might as well just get on Instagram like you always do. Pay attention to that dialogue. The more that you pay attention to it, the more that you understand, you'll learn where that is coming from, and you'll be able to unchain yourself from those habits, because that's not you. That is your ego. That is your small self wanting to keep you stuck. And we don't have time for that. There is a beautiful, evolved version of you who is here to live abundantly ever after, who is here to experience the best that life has to offer. And it starts with you giving yourself the space to expand. You can absolutely do this. And we have to trust the part of ourselves that led us to want to create some shift and change in our life. So give yourself permission to do something new, something different, something bold, and something that's a little bit challenging. We've all done hard stuff. We've all done it, and we've survived. So let's take it a day at a time. Focus on each day as it comes. Face the fear, face your inner demons, and allow the truth of who you are to shine through. So my plan is to start this on the 11th, because 21 days will give us to exactly the end of the month. I grouped the activities into like body, mind, soul, and money. And I included some of the activities that I'm personally going to be doing, like body movement, my preferred way of saying fitness or exercise. Also like just, beauty care, skincare, reading, learning, bedtime routine, connecting with loved ones, pursuing a hobby, affirmation, spiritual rituals, meditation, spiritual healing, my energetic maintenance, money work, connecting with money, money tracking, all that stuff. And I've included some pre-work, a few boundaries, which are, I call them loving boundaries, which are AKA rules. And then you can create whatever rules or boundaries you need for yourself. And again, these are created from the ways in which I have quote unquote failed before. So if I know that reaching for my phone first thing in the morning is what screws me up, don't do that. I got an alarm clock that I can use that as my phone, or just put my phone in a different part of the room. And I always have D&D, do not disturb, or focus time on. So when that comes on, that is a game changer, because one, it doesn't show me any notifications. It doesn't and then I forget about my phone. And I love when I get to forget about my phone, that I'm not constantly checking it and notifications going off. It's so peaceful. So do that for yourself, because that right there will shift things for you so fast. And then taking baby steps. So I've got like a few little hints and tips in there. And then I just put in my actual things that I'm going to be doing each day. And it looks like a lot, but it's not. Like these, I think would take maximum, some of these maybe 15 minutes. Like I have prayer and meditation that I can do. My prayers don't take very long. So maybe 5 minutes max. Meditation can be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. If I want to do a longer meditation, writing my gratitude list, that doesn't take long. My journaling practice, that probably will take more time because I write a lot, as well as like my tarot practice, and I have movement. I did not give myself specific parameters around how long do I need to move my body. As long as I am doing it intentionally, that will count. However, I would like to do it at least 15 minutes. And then I can build up the time there and there. Remember, baby steps. So if it is a challenge to go to the gym and work out, try to get through one set. And then if you feel like it, okay, that was good, I can do another one. And the next thing you know, you've completed a 30-minute workout. Again, I like body movement because that is what feels really good to me right now. And my body wants more fun ways of engaging with fitness and working out. So like belly dancing, just dancing, stretching, yoga, things like that feel really good and nourishing. So that's what I'm going with. And yeah, that's it. I'm keeping it, I want to say like fairly simple. These are just like everyday things that are important to me to do before I start my day because it has such a profound impact on me. So I'm going to be sharing my process probably in maybe little video clips or maybe on TikTok. I'm not sure. I do want to share this with others, but I feel like I also need to go through it myself and refine things. But if it is something that you're interested in participating with me on, please let me know and we can make a group on Facebook or something where each day we can kind of post our wins as well as our challenges so that we can get what we need to move through and complete this successfully. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, Jovhannah Tisdale. You can find me at Jovhannah Tisdale on all the social media platforms, as well as JovhannahTisdale.com, my website and blog. I have a lot of amazing things going on. Also, my calendar is open for readings, energy healing sessions, coaching sessions. I've gotten some lovely feedback from the Divine Design sessions that I have been offering. I would love to hold space for you. So check out what I have to offer and I can help you jumpstart your way to living abundantly ever after. Peace.